So people ask me, Nathan, like, what's it like owning your own business? And I'm like, man, that's a loaded question. It's your boy Nathan Webster, your favorite marketing consultant. You know, being a business owner for 25 years plus with different businesses is kind of crazy, man. The sun is bright. Ooh, but I'm not mad. Here in Vancouver, Washington, the suburb of Portland, Oregon, man, we don't get much sun. So I'm excited that I'm able to get some of this sun. They asked me, like, Nathan, so what's it like? And I'm like, man, it's rewarding, but it's fun. As one person told me, like, the beautiful thing about entrepreneurship is you are responsible for your financial freedom. That's the good thing. The bad thing is you are responsible for your financial freedom. I'm like, You know, the other piece of that too is you got to learn how to work on the business, which allows you to work on the infrastructure, to sustain it, to scale it, to grow it, or to sunset it. And then you got to work on, or I should say work in the business, which means you are working on getting sales, you're working with clients, you are nurturing everything that you built. But here's where you're doing probably the stuff you really love to do. And as doing marketing or websites, I love helping business owners because I work with a lot of B2B clients. Like, I help them figure out what's going to work best for their style, because we all have our own style that we like to own. So anyways, that's maybe another topic for another day. But when it comes to some of the hard things about entrepreneurship that they don't ever tell you about is that, man, it's a grind in the aspect of where you immediately, as soon as you start your business, you immediately become in debt. Just immediately become in debt because you don't have that sale. That's initially how things start. Now, if you already have experience or have a business looming and you already been selling, so it's no big deal. You know how to immediately pay those bills, or you got money stacked up, you got some racks in the back, and you good. But if you just say, hey, look, I'm going to start a business from scratch, probably don't want to quit your day job. And so, like, I get students all the time, like, man, I really want to start a business. I'm like, hey, I try to scare people from starting a business because starting a business is sexy. There's a lot of boxes that you get to check off, and you're like, hey, this is cool, you know. But the hardest thing is learning how to balance life. Really, truly learning how to balance life struggles and your business. I've learned, and I say this to my clients all the time, I've said in the podcast, maybe you heard it before, but I've said your personal demons become your business obstacles. And it's really hard just because if you're not great at taking feedback, because you know you gotta be somewhat stubborn, strong-willed to say, I'm gonna succeed. If you don't take feedback very well, then you're gonna be up a creek that you don't want to be, and there's no exit, there's no escape. And unfortunately, I found myself down those creeks sometimes just because I was like, no, I'm gonna make it work, I'm gonna force it. But your business has now nothing to do with you when you're selling, because as I say in marketing, the number one thing is if you don't identify your customer, your clientele, you can't serve everybody, so you're gonna lose. Remember that video I talked about when people who you know, like, and trust, and also you got to know what you serve, who you serve, when it comes to the marketing aspect of every single business. Every person's a salesperson, and sometimes it's just hard, and I get it. But then it's like really hard when it comes to like doing, like, I hate doing my QuickBooks, but if I don't know my numbers, I'm gonna go out of business. You know, another thing that I don't like, you know, we said we keep it real. Like, hopefully you keep it real. That's why I say, hey, you got to be you all the time. Which, in case y'all don't know, I have a store and I sell my beyou gear, which I'll show you the shirt when we get to the office. But when it comes to just really authentically being yourself, this is where it allows you to say, okay, Nathan, let me come back to why I'm doing this. Why really am I doing this? Like, truly, why am I doing this? And I can say, look, I remember the time when I was told that I wasn't going to make it. I was told that, I was also told, oh, you have a great future in front of you, but I wasn't given any opportunity. So I had to create the opportunity for myself, and I didn't have a mentor, so I had to fail. And failing is like, people say, oh, you're just gonna fail, or fail forward. But when you put your own money into it and you got time, you got to pay your bills, man, it's tough. It's tough. Not only that, I got kids, I have family, ever since I started school, almost not when I started school, but throughout school, I always had a family. But through starting school, I always had to work. So I think that's the part when people talk about having a business, they talk about starting a business, I try to scare people away from it to say, it's a grind, because no matter day or night, you are responsible for it. If you go on vacation, you are not on vacation from your business, because it's a needy child, a needy baby, until you can find the opportunity of the right people to delegate these tasks to, because it's always in constant need. It's always something to do. Like bills getting paid, clients got to get taken care of. Always looking at what are the issues that are in front of you. However, that was the bad. Okay, let's talk about the good. Now, you probably can't see, but I got a little one with me because they're having their own issues right now, and so they're with me. And this is the part where if I had a job, it would be extremely difficult to take this time off. So I'm very blessed to where I can take my little ones to with me to work. I can allow them to do what they need to do. I can make time for them. They can have time for themselves. And so it just gives that flexibility. And sometimes, as you're older and you have responsibilities, that's really helpful, because sometimes life be life. When you say life be life, I'm like, no, life be life. And it's like, okay, where do I turn to next? Because there's no day that ever gets repeated. Every day is different. If you're doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing, no day is going to be the same. And especially when you're working in the business that you love, that what you do, it's the greatest feeling. It's so awesome. It's so fulfilling. I've had clients cry. I've had clients not fly me out just yet. We're getting close to that, but I've traveled to some places, and actually, no, there's been to conferences that they pay for my travel, and it's been so rewarding. Just they come back and say, like, you changed my life. I'm also an adjunct professor at a couple of different colleges, and I wrote a textbook, and man, that was rough on some of the feedback. But I also got really great feedback. I've had students say, like, you changed my life. I don't teach the typical I try to get students to understand, like, life is gonna be a grinder if you don't figure out what works for you. And I say that because in the Marine Corps, I was all about systems, and I love systems. It gives you a parameter to the left, to the right. It gives you a buffer zone so you know where you stay. But when it comes to the system that you have to create for yourself, part of the good thing is having your own business, you can make it work for you. So good thing about having a business, you got that time. Some of the bad things, though, of that part is you might not get all the time that you want to work in your business, but this is where you can say, hey, look, you can make adjustments. So when people ask me, like, Nathan, like, should I start a business? I say, yeah. You know, you can have a lot of great success. You can sell your business. You can buy a business. You don't have to have a business like the top five, the magnificent seven, if you will, the Fortune 500 company. You don't have to go public. You don't even have to have a company that outlives you. You don't need to have a company that employs employees. You can have a company that just you do it your way. And this is what's called a freelancer, where you just take jobs according to your skill set and your time availability, and you do it the way you want. You work with the people. It can make it work for you. You can do whatever you want. That's the beauty of owning your own business. You get that EIN and you make that work for you. But you got to make it work for you. Like what my buddy said, he says that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur, is everything is in your hands. And sometimes, well, when you first get started, if you're around the right people, you quickly learn that there's a consumer mindset and there's a producer mindset. When you're an employee, you have a consumer mindset because you just say, look, I'm here from 8 to 5. As Marshawn Lynch said, I'm here so I won't get fined. But as a producer mindset, it doesn't matter how many. Sometimes it's not about how long you're there. It's about with how much work you get done. And it's about the quality of the work that you get done, and then what needs to get done. And maybe you can do that in 4 hours, 3 hours. It's not the 4-hour work. Nah, it's not. You know, that there's some other background to that I've learned, because I'm still not there yet. I was just on a podcast the other day, and they were like, what goal have you that you're still reaching for that's on the bucket list? I'm trying to get to 8 figures, baby. And I'm trying to get to 7 figures. You know, making it to 6 figures was hard. It took me a few years. But markets change, businesses change. Like in the pandemic, I didn't get any of the PPP money. I didn't even know if I was going to exist. But then I didn't quit. I kept going. And I think that's probably the biggest thing of where, like, when it comes to entrepreneurship, you can't have a mindset. And not saying that, you know, if you're not an entrepreneur, you know, you still can't have that mindset. There's people that like to be the number 2. They don't want to be the number 1, because the number 1, you always got to be in front. You always got to be pushing, pedaling, selling, doing things, solving problems, taking that risk. You can be the number 2, where you're supporting it. Like, you're 100% behind the scenes and you're making things happen in the background. That's the person. I was that in the Marine Corps. And we weren't selling stuff, but I was doing all the logistics, what we call the 3 beans, the beans, bullets, and the bad guys. I helped with the logistics and making that happen. Whenever we traveled, I was on the advanced party to get stuff situated to take care of those logistics for my Marines. So I love those systems. Like my master's degree and my MBA is in operations management, but I never really worked in like a big, like, Fortune 50 company that did the large logistics and like a air traffic controller. Like I man, that's work. I didn't want that. I didn't want that. And so that's why I was like, man, how can I make it work for my schedule? And so when it comes to owning a business, it can be the best thing for you. It could be the right thing for you. It might be the only way that you're going to thrive, and it may be your calling. Maybe that's why you're watching this video. You're watching this video because this is the way you want to do things. And so if it is, God bless you. You can do it. Let's do it. I mean, yeah, absolutely. That's why I was like, you know what? Let me create a video where it's like, hey, let me go to work. I've done podcasts for years. I've done videos for my students. I'm like, let me do a video for the people to say, hey, this is what it looks like. I'm going to work. I'm about to walk in, and you get to see what this looks like when it comes to going in. So I'm about to produce this video, and then let me connect this video to the other video. You can see me on the video. True. All right. What's up, sir?
Good morning, boss.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good, how about you?
Good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again. How are you doing? You doing alright?
So this is the office. As you this is like I was saying. Here's my receipts for going to college. That's some other stuff down there I might show you. This is like my little one. I won't show you them. That needs their time. This is Luke. Say what's up, Luke.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, we were just showing them kind of like the beginning of our day of what's it like being an entrepreneur.
Okay, yeah, it starts early. I probably started even before coming here, but that's what it is. If you want to break through, you gotta work overtime.
Overtime, OT. What do you think is what's a good tip to give people if they want to start their own business?
Oh man, that could be a whole episode. We could probably talk 15 minutes. I would say the first thing is to really get started. To don't overthink, get started first, put the work in. Because if you don't try, you don't accomplish. So get everything going, start, and along the way you probably will need help. And that's what we are here for.
We're not selling nothing just yet.
No.
Here's the podcast studio right there, and then I wanted to see if I sublease this space for my client. I don't think he's in here. I think I just missed him because he has a appointment, but oh look, he's setting some stuff up. But okay, well, this is us right here. Just got here, what up, and headed back to the office. But I just want to show you, just as we get going, this is what it looks like. Someone else is coming in. Hey, what's up, Valencia? You want to say hi to the YouTube?
Hi, YouTube.
You want to say anything about? She's a business owner too.
I am a business owner. What can I say?
I don't know. What do you want?
Question.
What's if people are thinking about owning a business, what would you tell them?
Look up all the requirements for one, and to make sure that you're very passionate about it.
Ooh.
I feel like passion as a business owner makes your business thrive longer and has more of a purpose and a why. So yeah.
Ooh, that's deep. Would you scare people away from being a business owner?
If they don't have the hustle and the determination, yes. And if you're not open-minded to accepting help or investing in your business, I would say if you struggle prior to starting a business, if you struggle with investing in yourself, yes, but because in your business it's like you still have to invest in your business as you would invest in yourself if you work with someone else.
Ooh, that's what I was saying. Ooh,
so
preach.
Yeah, I got that one.
Ooh, and Valencia, what do you do for the business that maybe they would say, hey, I might want to get to know you, work with you?
So I offer phlebotomy services, DNA testing, drug screenings for DOT, non-DOT.
And for the people that don't know DOT, what is that?
So that's for the Department of Transportation. So truckers, anyone that works longshoremen and et cetera like that.
Okay.
But I offer all services here at the PSC and also on the road in the comfort of your homes.
All right. So we'll grab your link and we'll put it down. Well, we'll link it in the comments.
Perfect.
Thank you, Valencia.
Bye-bye, guys.
All right, y'all. Time to go make some stuff happen. I'll upload it. Tell me what you think. I would love to know your thoughts. I would love to know what's like. Did this help? And for those that want to learn about starting a business, do you think being an entrepreneur is for you? Do you think you may like it? Maybe it is for you. Maybe it's not for you. You tell me how I can help you if that's the case. Because it's a grind, but you got this. If what Valencia just said, if you're passionate about it. Now, I would love to help you in the process. I'll put if you haven't already, if you don't know, just subscribe to the channel, like the video if you think this is helpful, so I know too. But post any comments, questions, however I can help you, let me know. I think that's the biggest thing is I love to work with people that make sense, but it's hard to find people that I know that I can get stuff done and make the best for my clients. I always like to over deliver, and I can't do this by myself because I only know what I know, and there's a lot of things I don't know. So I wish y'all nothing but the best. So dream. Oh, and this is what I was telling you before. I have my own store to where we got the beyou, dream big, and don't settle. So that's why I always say, hey, dream big and Godspeed, because it's hard out there. But I wish you the best you can do it. If you get the right help and the right people, you got this. So, hey, make sure you subscribe to my next video and check out my other videos. Love to have any sort of feedback. Love feedback. Give me some feedback. Dream big.